Shalom, shalom, shalom. We're back with another video. Before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, to the elder apostles and elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well. I'd like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the elect. Shalom. We're here with a video I'm going to call Hiding Underground Won't Save You from Captivity. Hiding underground won't save you elites from captivity. Put it that way. All right, here's the article that says the U.S. has $21 trillion underground network for only the wealthy to hide out in a near extinction event, officials say. The U.S. had built a secret underground city costing $21 trillion, where the ultra wealthy can hide out during a near extinction event, a former government official had claimed. Catherine August Fitz, who served as Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development under the President George H.W. Bush, made a shocking allegation on former Fox News host Tucker Carlson podcast, according to Realtors.com. A stunning $21 trillion in unauthorized spending occurred in the department between 1998 and 2015, according to a 2017 report released by Michigan State University economic Mark Skidmore. Skidmore's report had been prompted by Fitz referring to a report which indicated the Army had $6.5 trillion in unsupported adjustment in the spending in the fiscal 2015. Get an Army $122 billion budget, that meant unsupported adjustment were 54 times spending authorized by Congress. Typically, such adjustment in public budget are only small fraction of unauthorized spending, the report noted. Now, they could have took that same money and paid off student loan debt if they wanted to. I'm just saying, man. While on the Tucker Carlson show, Fitz said she spent years investigating where the $21 trillion had gone and discovered that there was 170 secret underground bases across the United States. So one of the things I looked at in the process of looking at where all the money is going is the underground base, city infrastructure, and transportation system that been built, she said. We have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation system included bases, location below oceans. She claimed it was not immediately clear where the secret bunkers are located or who among the elite might have access to them should disaster strike. It is also unknown the scope of the bunkers or the features of everyday life they include. The bases would be used for a near extinction event were imminent, or for the government to carry out secret projects, including a secret space program, Fitz claimed. Carson noted he assumed such base will only exist in Washington, D.C., but to be used in case of a nuclear war, which Fitz responded, some of it is its preparation for a catastrophe. And we know they're going to use those places because they tell us in the scripture that the super elite are going to run to those secret underground bunkers when Yahweh Shai come, when those nuclear missiles come, that they're going to lead the general public. They're going to lead the general public to die by those nukes while they go underground trying to run a safety. But that's not going to help them because they will be the first fruit of captivity. Little do they know, because Yahweh Shem Al Shai has put them in a position where they're going to have to use those underground bunkers to try to stay safe and it's just not gonna work out. All right, let's get into the lesson. We're gonna start here in Revelation 6:15 through 17. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captain, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens, in the rocks of the mountain. See, if you looked at that picture good enough, it looked like it went into the mountain, which we know is gonna be them underground bunkers. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? No one. So they're gonna run down to those bunkers thinking they're gonna be safe, and they just gonna come out after everything over with, and trying to really dodge Yahweh by Shem and Yahweh Shai and the wrath that he's gonna bring upon Babylon. Because you gotta remember, Yahweh Shai and the chariots gonna be out there blowing up everything. And after they get everything started and heated up, those nukes are just gonna totally obliterate this place. Remember, there's gonna be so many nukes going off on Babylon the Great that the earth gonna shake to and fro as a drunkard. So while they're thinking they're safe underground, there is no safety, man. And they tell you the same thing in Isaiah 2. We're gonna start at 10, then we're gonna drop down to 19. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust, for the fear of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, and for the glory of his majesty. See? Just like it said in Revelation 6, it said the same thing here in Isaiah 2 and 10, that they're gonna hide in those underground passages, in them mountain bunkers, trying to get away from the destruction which Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai is gonna bring upon this place. Not only with the chariots, but with the glittering sword, which will be those thermonuclear missiles. All right, we're gonna shift down to Isaiah 2 and 19, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth, for fear of Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Like I said, that's gonna be those thermonuclear missiles. They think going into the underground is gonna save them from this judgment of Yahweh by Shem Shai. But it's just all gonna be for naught, because all they doing is saving themselves for the captivity that will happen after the nations are beat down and the 144,000 have come back down out of the sky with Yahweh Shai, Salaki. And in that day, a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of Yahweh by Shem Shai, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. So basically they said, man, when Yahweh by Shem Shai pull up with his righteous indignation to bring about a destruction to Babylon the Great, these people are going to run into those bunkers, those underground cities, because they know that nuclear war is coming. They know that it's the end of this place. So they already got food, water, shelter, everything they would probably need for maybe 50 to 60 years or maybe more. No telling with them. This the super elite. These the rich of the rich. These are not your LeBron James and Kanye West or Bruce Willis. No, not them. We talking about those rich bankers. We talking about those rich music music moguls. We talking about those Hollywood producers. We talking about the ones who truly run everything. They the one who got these bunkers ready, and they're ready to go. They're ready to jump down in there now. If we want to be real about it, trying to hide in those rocks, hide in the cave, hide underground, thinking that they're gonna be safe. But like I said, what they don't know is all they're doing is saving themselves to be the first fruits of the kingdom. Because once Yahweh Shai and 144,000 come back down to the earth, when they come back looking, man, they not coming to give hugs and lollipops. No, they coming to pull them right up out of the mountain. They're going to take their behind and they're going to throw their ass in captivity. And the scriptures tell us that. This is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I was seeing for many fishers, says Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of every hole of the rock. See? Those fishers are the 144,000. Those are the men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua who you see on the highways and byways teaching the 100% truth, who's edifying daily. Now, after they get taken up into the chariots, get the new bodies, get those spiritual powers, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua say he's going to release them as hunters then. And that meant all the talking is over with. Ain't going to be no more talking. Ain't going to be no more debating. It ain't going to be no more this is the name and this is not the name. No. All that is going to be done with. And ain't nothing but assholes and elbows that are going to be served up. Niggas, they gonna come in. They ain't got nothing to say. Stoic men that ain't gonna want to hear nothing. They ain't gonna want to hear nothing. They ain't gonna want to talk about nothing. You either gonna submit. Matter of fact, you either gonna get down or lay down. That's it. If you don't get down, you will be laid down. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua say he's gonna make them hunters. Matter of fact, let's go into that word hunters. He said he was sent for many hunters. I mean, they coming to look for Jeremiah 16. They coming to look for those survivors. They coming to look for the other nations to put them under captivity. Because then we're gonna have those spiritual powers, man. It ain't gonna be no BSing. It is what it is. The time for talking will be over. The time to put the other nations up on our feet will be at hand. Well, they will be under a very harsh captivity. As the scriptures say, we will rule them with a rod of iron and break their pieces like the potter's clay. All right. Let's see. It was
Strong's H 6719. Sayad.
Sayad, hunters. Sayad from the same H 6718, huntsman, hunter. Let's see. Let's go into the root of the word. Sayed, I think.
Strong's H 6718. Sayed.
Sayed, hunting, game hunted, provision, food supply. Sayed from the H6679 and meaning the same. The chase also game, thus taken. Catching food, a hunter, that which he took in, hunting, venison, victuals. Now we're gonna be hunting you guys. Lord willing, I'm of the elect of the 144,000. Because we're going to pull you right up out of the side of those rocks. We're going to go down there in them cities. We're going to destroy all your gods. And we're going to drag you out one by one. And we're going to take you to New Jerusalem where you're going to have to fix that back up. You're going to fix up the Holy Land. You're gonna be our slave. You're gonna you're gonna be our man servant and maid servant. You're gonna do what we say. Because this the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. It said we gotta do on you double what you did on us, man. So that harsh captivity is coming to all you super wealthy, super elite who think, hey, we just gonna go hide down in those holes in those underground cities and everything gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay, man. But we do need y'all to save yourself. Because we don't need just no regular Edomite. We want the best of the best. We want the ones who never had to work a day in their life. As the scripture said, mighty man, the rich man, all those. We need them. We want them. We can't wait to see you in captivity. We can't wait to see you in feathers of chain. Dragging them like we had to be. Because it's gonna be rough. Just know that. It's gonna be rough. We're gonna have the fury of Yahweh Bashim Shai upon us. And man, we're gonna do y'all something bad. Edom, the rest of the nations, just get ready, man. There's nowhere you can run, and there definitely ain't gonna be anywhere you can hide. Because we coming for you. Salaki. Alright. And we're gonna end out here on Isaiah 14, 1 and 2. This goes into y'all captivity. You super wealthy elites. You Rockefellers and all those big names. Y'all will help y'all going into captivity, man. I know y'all never worked, never lifted up your finger. Shit, you probably got somebody who carry you around all day knowing y'all ass, but it's okay. We need you to continue to be prim and pampered and rested up because you got 1,000 years of this captivity coming, baby. All right, this is Isaiah 14, starting at 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So we're going to get our land back, man. Y'all heathens might be in it right now, but we're going to get our land back. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. That's the Israelite foreigners who don't know they're Israel. For those who want to come back to who they truly are, hey, we're going to bring them with us. We're going to teach them the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And for those who don't, hey, it's like the rest of the heathens, they deaf to you, bro. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. See, we're going to bring them back to their land. We're going to find out their genealogy, and they're going to get a piece of the land. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land for servant and handmaid. See, now it has switched over to you super elite who's going to hide in those clefts of the rock until the mountain will fall upon you. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So see, you got to go into captivity. So get all the rest you can, eat all the fine meats, drink all the purest water, smell the best air, whatever it is, man. Make sure you have yourself in great shape. You got 1,000 years of this captivity, and it's going to be harsh, man. We're not going to take it easy on you. As the scriptures say, we're going to meditate terror upon you. We meditating right now on the things we're going to do to you in the kingdom. So do what you got to do. If you think those underground bunkers are going to save you, they're not. As the scripture says. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to make his elect hunters of men. And we're going to hunt you down. We're going to bust into those cities. We're going to drag you up out of there, kicking and screaming. And we're going to put you to work. 1,000 years worth of work. You're going to die, come back, die, come back, die, come back. to the same hell. Lord willing, He give us the power to where we can know who's who. So when you born again, we're gonna point at you. Welcome back. Welcome to hell. Oh man, it's gonna be glorious. But I hope this video will edify. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai. Shalom.